Why Nigeria Army is busy chasing ESN and Biafra Liberation Army in Southeast. They say that Benue State yesterday, a lot of things happened in that state. In Jos, a lot of things happened in Jos. A lot of people have been by Fulani bandits, Fulani terrorists, and Boko Haram. This is what is happening in Nigeria. But the question here is, why the armies in the southeast, what are they doing? Because there's a lot of army in southeast. Why not send them to where there is a problem so that they can solve the problem? And they are busy to bring ESN down. A lot of people have asked this question. However, I will play the video of the army till they talk, waiting they talk, then we go jump for other things where they happen. The same as Nnamdi Kanu does send a special greetings to all Biafra worldwide, telling them that he wish them happy Easter and he still remain resolute and is very strong. Nothing is happening. A lot of things is going underground as we speak right now. So when you see people rising up to talk against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, don't be surprised. It's normal. So guys, let us also listen and see. They say that Alioma State is a goal. No one can change the fact about that. So Alioma State is joining the Southeast and they must be created. Let's watch the videos before we come back and continue. Guys, before we drop this video, don't forget to follow this page and share to all your friends so that when you share, more people will see and more people will be watching. Will give us more encouragement to create more videos. Guys, let's watch the videos before we come back and continue. Stay tuned.
Troops of Operation Odoka targeted criminal elements of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra and its armed wing, the Eastern Security Network, sustaining clearance and anti-criminality operations across Abia, Anambra, Cross River, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo states. During the period, troops arrested a total of 91 suspects and rescued 14 kidnapped victims, recovering arms and ammunition and ID materials, while over 80 militants surrendered to troops in January. For the month of March, key highlights include the discovery and safe destruction of 11 IEDs during route clearance along the Eketutu Uda axis, Orsu local government area of Imo State, between 7th and March of the month, between 7th and 8th of this month. We dismantled 3 illegal refining sites in Egbema West local government area of Imo State on the 11th, with 32 cooking drums and 1 5,000-liter storage tank destroyed. We also neutralized 2 IED specialists and recovery of 3 IEDs and IED making materials at Orsu, Ihetioka on the 14th. Troops also detonated 5 IEDs during clearance at Osumogu, Ihiala local government area of Anambra State on the 22nd of this month, and the destruction of a major illegal refining site in Ohaji Egbema local government area of Imo State on the 23rd, which yielded approximately 23,000 liters of illegally refined and stolen petroleum products. On the 27th, troops conducted aggressive clearance operations across Lilu and surrounding communities in Ihiala local government area of Anambra State. During the operation, troops encountered IEDs and hostile fire, but responded effectively, forcing the terrorists to flee, with no casualties recorded among own troops.
All right, so guys, today being the 5th day, both Sunday, Easter, Barrister Nnamdi Kanu is here to update Biafrans after seeing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today at the Sokoto State Correctional Center. So I'll leave you guys to watch the video. I don't want to say much. Share your thoughts after watching the video and just know that the big news is about to be spit. Hear what he said in this video and do not forget to share. I'll be right back.
I'm in Sokoto. I came into Sokoto on Good Friday and I met with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Friday, Saturday, and today Easter Sunday. I've just finished a meeting with him. I'm at the airport to depart. I want to assure us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is steadfast and focused and remains resolute in his pursuit for self-determination. I also want to tell us that the 100-men Divine Project is still on. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wishes that we understand that this is something he has started since 2018. The 100 Men Divine Project started since 2018 and will continue. Of course, people have started coming into it, and of course, it's not a thing everybody can come into. These are for selected people, not for everybody. So all those who are against it, please stay away. Those who are for it know themselves. They will come in, and they are already coming in droves. Then I also want to tell us that there are so many people who do not understand Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, including those who feel that they are closest to him. They do not understand him. They do not understand his ways of thinking or reasoning. But with time, if you come closer, he will explain some of these things to you. He asks that anybody who is confused can come over and meet him for explanation. For those who are saying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot give you directives from wherever he is, it's quite unfortunate, because these are the things that happen. To Ikemba, it happened. You remember certain persons planned a coup against him during the Biafran War, and those people faced the consequences. The same thing happened to Masop Wazulike. When he came into the struggle, the same thing happened to him. Certain persons came to Arsenal in London. It was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that thwarted that particular attempt to unseat him. So when it's happening to him, he has told us that he knows these things will happen. He knows it will happen. And by the grace of God, he is strong in faith. He is strong physically. He is well composed. He is well determined. And for doubters, things are happening. Things are happening. These are not the things I will reveal to us. Then for those who have individual messages, I will send them to you as soon as I enter Abuja. By the grace of God, he's good. We had celebrated Easter with him today, and I pray by the grace of God, in a very short while, he will be out. We discussed issues of his appeal also. The appeal is moving. It's moving, and it's moving in a speed that so many people will not understand. Things are happening, and I'm happy to announce to us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is happy with the progress of the appeal. He's happy with how the appeal is being organized. He's happy with all his lawyers. With all his lawyers. So all those who are saying his lawyers are his problem, please go and sleep. We are not begging you for validation. We are not. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's defense team, we are not begging you for validation or any validation whatsoever. You are not our client. Our client is happy with us, and that is what matters. Thank you very much. God bless us. Thank you.
The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has renewed calls for the creation of an additional state in Nigeria's southeast, urging stakeholders to consider their Nneoma proposal as a viable option. Kalu made this known while receiving members of the Nneoma State movement on Wednesday, stressing that state creation requires broad collaboration across the southeast and south-south regions. He called for unity and compromise, noting that collective efforts would strengthen the push for a new state.
How do you talk about where the capital will be and where the capital will not be? That one is political. So we look at political elements, we look at geographical elements, look at economic resourcefulness of that particular step that we want to take.
The delegation, led by Senator Nedu Woko, commended the Deputy Speaker for his role in advancing the region's political interest, describing the engagement as a step towards achieving long-standing demand.
They have come to express their support towards the creation of a Nneoma state.
Also speaking, the king of Ubulu Uno in Delta State, Henry Kikachuku, said the call for a Nneoma state reflects a long-standing desire for proper identity and inclusion for the Igbo-speaking people in the area.
We want to appeal to you, Excellency, that the agitation for the creation of a Nneoma state is not a personal, interest.
Hakima Dada, reporting for TV Platinum.
These Fulani people have been living in this land, and they have not taken even single permission from the community. We have not given them chance. We have not given them any space for them to live in our own land. And us, the real owners of the land, we cannot longer go there to even take our own farm. Our women cannot even go there. Us the young people to even go there to even search for what is going to help us, we cannot even get there because they have surrounded us. In fact, whenever we are even going there, if you are not many, definitely will experience this kind of incident. Like last 2 months, the same incident happened that 2 of my youth again died. And I have continued to plead with these youth that are here to even remain calm. I have continued to plead with them to remain calm. The same place that they killed 2 people that are around that Tahe is the same place that the death of a cow was found last 2 weeks, where we were even called for a security meeting for a report, and they detained us that we must provide the people that listen. But where are the people that are listening? And we know that these Fulani people, based on the people that escaped, is Fulani, the sub Fulani people that were even running after this thing. Where are they now? But last week we have to even buy a cow for them. But who is going to pay the life of this youth? And I want to call the attention of the government and the security agency. For so many months, I have continued to plead with this youth to remain calm. And I cannot even stop everybody here from doing what they want to do. And then nobody should come and hold me responsible or come and hold any committee leader responsible of whatever is going to happen. So we are calling them. If they are not going to guarantee our safety, our security here, we will definitely allow the youth to even take their own step, whatever they want to even do. So I'm saying this from today. From today, I will not continue to even speak with the journalists. I will not continue to even talk with people like this. But if the security cannot, imagine since yesterday night that this incident happened, I have not seen, I have tried, I have called the sector, I have called the DSS, I have called the police people. If not only the police people, the B division that went to take the other person to the hospital, but nobody have even come here. No government officials have come here. So I'm still pleading with the governor of Plateau State, even with the president of Nigeria, to come to our own aid. Or if not, we cannot tell the people what they are going to do. We will be left. In fact, we are going to allow them to do whatever thing they want to do. And no community leader should be held responsible.
My people, una don see am as e take dey happen. While they are busy in Southeast looking for ESN to buy the northern part of the country, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says, he said that we are going to draw your army in the Southeast and the road will open for terrorists to take over. So if you are serving in the army and they post you to Southeast, you are happy going while your own land is gone. So he can do the check and balance and decide your fate. Guys, share this video, drop your own opinion.